Hey guys, this should be a few minutes worth of me talking, but I just wanted to make a very quick announcement that should have been posted probably about a week ago. And the reason I haven't been able to post this announcement is because a lot of stuff happened to me in between the last post that I dropped and this one right now, including all kinds of bureaucracy, getting really sick, and a whole bunch of stuff. But the big announcement is, drumroll, the big announcement is that I will be heading out to Dallas representing this small business in Mount Carmel, doing big contract work for a non-profit. Likely by the time that you see this, I'm probably already on the flight, which is super exciting, but the project is one of national and historic importance. I will be taking my skills with Matterport and drone flying to preserve digitally Dealey Plaza, hopefully as an archival tool for researchers, scientists, and for educators alike. If you didn't know, Dealey Plaza is the assassination location of President John F. Kennedy, and it's really important and highly controversial. So this project is not really diving into those controversies, although I could talk at length on that subject, but instead it's going to focus on providing an open and available data set. It's going to be a long trip. It's going to take a lot of time to scan 400,000 square feet of space forensically with the technology that I have, but I won't bore you with the details right now. Instead, at the end of this video, I'll put the original pitch that I pitched to the public for the project so you can get a better idea of what I'll be doing. More importantly, during the entire trip, I should be live streaming intermittently, which means that I will be going live sometimes in 360 degrees. So you'll get to look at Dealey Plaza as I scan, as I explain the process, and as I talk to some of the interesting people that you'd normally meet when you go to Dealey Plaza. Now, this project is huge, and it culminates in a national conference happening in Pittsburgh, the National Assassination Conference that happens every year, and I'll be speaking at it, and I'll be for sure mentioning my beautiful hometown while doing so. I'll also be live streaming that in the future, so there will be a lot of stuff to catch up on as I explain what this project really was about and how big it really was. But stay tuned, please subscribe and like this video, share it with those who might be interested in the history of Dealey Plaza. But anyway, I'll see you in Dallas. That'll be the next time I see you guys, and thank you so much for your support so far. Hi, my name is Irving Nestor. I'm a filmmaker and media entrepreneur based out of Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania. I own a company called Auriela, and I also have a YouTube channel that's also called Auriela. And what brings me to Gifts and Go is I was recently made aware of a concerning move to change Dealey Plaza forever. Yes, the historic Dealey Plaza, that is the assassination site of President John F. Kennedy, that Dealey Plaza is about to be changed. On October 20th, 2022, the Dallas Morning News, yes, the Dallas Morning News, released a plan that they had commissioned for a reinventing of Dealey Plaza. Quote, "It is a deplorable state of affairs, but also a great opportunity, a chance to transform the site into a space of civic memory and understanding that embraces the past and points to the future." A link to this article will be in the description of this campaign if you want to check it out. But whether or not you believe that Dealey Plaza should be reinvented, there's the problem of history. You see, anybody who studies history knows that when the primary source data goes away, you lose an invaluable tool. Your distance from reality, your loss of nexus to the past, means that now you have to divine the details of the stories that you're interested in from secondhand sources, from secondary details, from implications, instead of from the ground truth. And yes, I know that Dealey Plaza has changed over the years already, and I know that there are many, many pictures of Dealey Plaza, but the difference is that this is a historic change that will utterly change the imagination that we have for Dealey Plaza and our ability to just go there and intuit the space in 3 dimensions. One of the things that I do with my company, Auriela, is I help realtors market their properties, their real estate, using a software and piece of technology called Matterport. What Matterport allows you to do is to take a special camera, go around a space, and collect three-dimensional data in what's called a point cloud to create what they call a digital twin. And yes, I do this all the time. I have my 360 camera here that I use all the time to do 3D tours. However, this camera is not what I have in mind for Dealey Plaza. You see, that camera, that 360 camera, isn't quite enough to get high accuracy measurements of a site. And yes, you can use Matterport to take three-dimensional measurements in any axis of the space that you've scanned. But that camera only does indoor spaces in any particular fidelity, and it doesn't have LiDAR, which allows a much higher accuracy than this 360 camera. So here's what I propose to you. Instead of relying on a bunch of two-dimensional cell phone pictures or whatever photos that we might have from the air, whatever, instead, let's scan Dealey Plaza. Let's scan it with LiDAR and the latest technology so that we can create the best archive that we can possibly create today. This digital twin could be an invaluable tool for historians of the future to measure distances, measure angles, and recreate scenes in 3D software. And I want to make such an educational product open source and free for anyone to use for research purposes or otherwise. So why do I need money? I need money because I don't live in Dallas. And I certainly don't have the money to spend on the material fees to get myself over to Dallas, scanning for the few days that it might take me to do Dealey Plaza, and then come back home. I'm willing to donate my time, so I'm not paying myself to do this, but I would really appreciate the help to fund the rental of the camera, the really special camera that I need, to fund my flight, to fund my stay, to fund food and water and all that kind of stuff. And I would love to bring you along with me. What I plan to do is on my YouTube channel, which will be linked in the description, I'm going to live stream every single minute of me scanning Dealey Plaza. So you can come with me and see a 360-degree view of Dealey Plaza with my 360 camera, where you can sort of pan around, look around as I scan Dealey Plaza live. If there's time, and I would plan to be in Dallas for about 5 days, I would love to also scan other sites of importance. Now, the caveat to that is that I cannot go into private places without permission, and I suspect I won't be given permission for things like the book repository. Basically, I'm going to scan as much as I possibly can in those 5 days and bring you along for the ride. And it will only cost me $2,500 to cover my expenses to go over there and to do all this work for about 5 days. There's a breakdown of the costs in the description that you can see as well to show you how I plan to spend that money. Yes, I know that the images that they've generated of Dealey Plaza make it look like Dealey Plaza won't change drastically. Depends on your opinion, but I think that the risks are way too high not to make this happen right now while we can, to make sure we preserve the spatial integrity of the space. They're keeping the grassy knoll now, but perhaps in the future the grassy knoll becomes a casualty of the changes in urban planning. Not saying that will happen, but it's a risk, and I think that we should go ahead and preserve the space digitally now. But for now, I would plan to go to Dallas in November, book a flight early so that I can save some money and do everything as cheaply as possible to get this done for the public. Maybe this shows up in a documentary one day. Maybe this is something that people use in a classroom. I don't know. But I think it would be a horrible thing if we did not put this together with the technology that we have today. I would be going in November for a few reasons. One, because I think it's appropriate. That's around the anniversary of the assassination. I don't know if it's a good idea to go assassination week or not, but I would like to go during times where there's minimal people and we can have minimal interference. But the second reason is that I don't tolerate the heat well, and Texas is hot. So I definitely need to go in the later part of the year so that I don't become a sad person the entire time that I'm in Dallas. So if you would like to be involved in the preservation of history forever, please, I urge you to donate. Help me make this trip happen. I promise that I will be as transparent with every part of the process as I possibly can. It's going to be live streamed, and updates will be on my channel as well. And if we get this done, I can't wait to do it. $2,500 bucks. If we have 100 people donate $25, we'd be done. And I know more than 100 people will see this by far. This is your chance to make a contribution to history. This is your chance to make that little difference in the future, being able to understand the past by preserving forever digitally all of Dealey Plaza for others to use.